Hey folks, Alan Saunders here with Pittsburgh Sports Live at the Peterson Event Center, where Pitt just won its final game of the 2018-19 regular season at Peterson Event Center, a 56-53 victory over Notre Dame, a cathartic victory for the Panthers in that it snapped a 13-game losing streak, also prevented the Panthers from finishing in last place in the ACC, but maybe more importantly, it just gave this young team a sense of accomplishment, a sense that the hard work that they've put in this season has been for something. They're working towards something, and Pitt head coach Jeff Capel feels that this win can be the part of something bigger as this team progresses into first the ACC tournament and then into next season.
The things we talked about before the game was that, we came into this season with hope, and the hope was for a change, to change, the direction of the program. And I think early in the season, I thought we did a really, really good job of that. And when we got to conference, the first 4 games, I thought there was major hope, and the expectations probably changed a little bit. And I don't know if it was fair or not. It was probably warranted at the time. And then when we started losing, maybe some of that hope goes away. And we talked about putting a period. We always had hope. And for me as a coach and the leader of this program right now, I knew we were doing some of the right things, a lot of things right. It just wasn't equating to wins. But to have opportunities to be in position to win, that's a step in the right direction. We talked before the game about putting a period on this, and we've been good this year. Again, it doesn't. If you look at our record, you don't think that, but I know the things and the progress that we've made. And we talked about putting a period on the end of the sentence, at the end of this paragraph right now, and we did that. And so it was big for us, for this team, for what we're trying to do, going forward as we build the program to put a period on the end of it.
An enormous part of Pitt's win was the offensive contributions of Trey McGowens. The freshman shooting guard had 30 points in 2 of his first 4 ACC games. Since then, averaged just a hair over 8. Had 16 in this one. Pitt went 7-1 this season in games where McGowens scored 15 points or more, and his ability to be a third scorer beside Xavier Johnson and Jared Wilson-Frame really made Pitt's offense much more dynamic against a shorthanded Notre Dame defense.
The reality is that we hadn't won since he hadn't played well. And so he is very important for us because it gives us another score. Look, we've struggled to score. That's been one of our biggest things. And I knew that coming in that could be an issue. Earlier, Trey and Xavier kind of, especially the first 4 conference games, they helped put us in a position where we had a chance to win 2 of them, had a chance to win 3 of them, and we won 2. But when he started to struggle, I don't think that's a coincidence that it coincided with us starting to struggle, and or with us struggling, I should say. And so he's very important for us, and it was good to see him. The main thing for me, it was good to see him look confident again. And that's what a really good player does. And these guys are so young, they don't understand that. But really good players have the ability to have convenient amnesia. And they're able to move on to the next play and not allow, the past to affect them. And that's very difficult for a young player, especially a young player that wants to do well so bad. And he wants to do well. Sometimes you can be the best defender, and I think Trey has had a lot to do with that. I think team's adjustments to how they guarded us, I think some of that had to do with it. And so for me, it was really good to see him confident.
By far the most memorable play of the victory was McGowan's thunderous dunk of Notre Dame star John Mooney towards the end of the first half that was in the middle of a 10-0 run for Pitt that erased a 12-point deficit. The Panthers went into the half with just a 1-point deficit and then turned things around in the second half to a 3-point win. That run, that dunk, and McGowan's play, a huge momentum swing for the Panthers towards the end of the first half, and a big contribution to this win.
You feel like those plays can spark the team?
Yes, sir. Most definitely. Especially we had an and one league right before that. So we kind of had some momentum. And then with the dunk, that was a little bit more. And then the 3 right before half, we cut it, I think, from how much was it? We allowed them going to halftime. We were down by 1. And then we had momentum. So we really just had to take it up extra notch and regather ourselves. give it be ready to go for the second half.
It was a total team performance for the Panthers as all but one of the Pitt players that saw the court recorded a point. The lone exception was senior walk-on Joe Mascaro, who started today despite only playing 6 minutes all season coming into this one. Jeff Capel called him a tough representative of the city of Pittsburgh. Mascaro, of course, from the South Hills, and his teammates appreciated the gesture that he got to get into the starting lineup, and we're excited for the walk-on to get that experience here at Peterson Event Center before the end of his Pitt career.
Oh, yeah, Joe is actually probably the most popular guy in the locker room, like as far as within the team. You know, I'm pretty sure like that's everybody's best friend. You know, certain guys are a little closer to you. I'm pretty sure Joe's like the mutual everybody. You know, that, like really rocks with him a lot. So we were hyping him up the whole time on the bench when he was coming out for the starting lineup. We told him we were going to try to get him a basket, but the ball went out of bounds, and we saw he was getting subbed out. He was like, "You got me," you know. We were like, "Damn!" But you know, it was just good to just have him out there because he works so hard for us. You know, he's there every single day. He's a great teammate, great guy. So.
Next up for the Panthers will be the ACC tournament in Charlotte. They will play Boston College in the first day of the tournament on Tuesday. I'll be there with coverage for Pittsburgh Sports Live. Until then, I'm Alan Saunders, the Peterson Event Center. Thanks for watching.